Hello everyone, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. So for today's reading, we are going to tune into your higher self and get some messages for you guys. What does your higher self want to communicate to you? So we're going to reveal the cards at your readings. You must choose by the pile that's sticking out to you or through the star that's on the board. So we have Rose Quartz for pile number 1. We have Labradorite for pile number 2, and we have Carnelian for pile number 3. So use your intuition. You may be drawn to more than one pile, and that is perfectly fine. Use your intuition. Take what resonates for you, as these are collective readings and meant for a collective of individuals who are tuning in. Kindly leave the rest. The timestamps will be listed in the description box below, and I'll see you all at your readings. Hello everyone who chose the Rose Quartz. This is your reading from your higher self. So let's reveal the card. You guys have the King of Earth. I love that. So for you, pile number 1, I feel like your higher self wants you to validate your right to be successful, because you have worked very hard for it, and not to feel like you don't deserve to be happy or successful. I feel like sometimes some people place judgment on others and may have thought, you know, oh, this person's got an easy life, or things have been handed to them, and perhaps people may have you know, maybe you think that people feel that way about you. But here's the thing, like with the King of Earth coming out, this is somebody who's very stable, very reliable, very committed and dedicated. They put in the work to achieve success. Like, you have laid the solid foundation. You have overcome the obstacles through effort, through determination, through your strength, through your commitment. So you deserve to be happy, and your higher self wants you to know that. You deserve success. You deserve everything that comes your way, because you have worked so hard for it. And for you to know that you are worthy and deserving of it with this Rose Quartz here. Let's see what other messages want to come through from the King of Earth for you guys. My remote, just a minute. Alright, messages from the higher self for pile number 1. Yeah, you're a very strong, reliable person, and I feel like you have a very open heart. You're very generous. You don't mind sharing. You're a very comforting person. Let's see what other card. Let's go with these. Messages from your higher self. I'm trying to do a little bit of shorter videos for you guys, so it's easier for me to upload them. Let's get a couple tarot. Pile number 1, messages from their higher self. What does the higher self of pile number 1 want them to know? This one and this one on top. Okay, let's get 2 of these for pile number 1 from their higher self. This card here and this one. Alright, and one of these. I love these messages these cards bring forth. Messages from the higher self of pile number 1. This will be your end of the reading cards. This one. Okay. Alright, so I'm not sure if y'all heard that or not. I just had one of my little dogs I have a puppy, and we have an older dog, and he just was just disciplining her just then. So I feel like this is a sign for you. Perhaps this is disciplining yourself, or you are a very disciplined person. Very grounded. Oh my goodness, look, you have the stag coming through. Trust and thrive. Yes, trust that you deserve to thrive. We have I believe this may be a deer. It kind of reminds me of a cow, but I'm assuming it's a deer only because it has these huge ears here. But this is about your, pride, having pride in your work, having pride, and not in the sense of like pride where it's ego pride, but that you deserve, I feel like you have this leader energy. It's like you deserve all your success and everything that is meant to be yours because you've worked hard and earned it. This is like the true king leader that people would want to follow because you are somebody who's willing to do the work. You're somebody who's been there, who's done that, and you wouldn't expect anything from somebody that you don't expect from yourself, and you care about everyone else's success. You care about everybody else's happiness as well. And you have warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Nice. That's right. Face those fears of feeling like you're not good enough or you don't deserve, or that this isn't, success can't be yours. You deserve success. You deserve happiness. And why wouldn't you? Why doesn't your heart deserve to be happy? You've earned it. You don't need to deny it or, hold yourself back for anyone else. We have creativity. By all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. Yeah, I feel like this is about letting your light shine. We have card number 33, which is a connection to Christ consciousness, to divine light. It is a master healer teacher number. It's a high level of spiritual understanding. And I feel like you have, fought the great fights. You have overcome challenges. You have defeated your shadow in the sense that you have befriended your shadow. You understand it. You know what it takes. You know the hard work. You know how to discipline yourself. You know how to trust in spirit. You know how to trust your wisdom. You know how to transform and to heal. And you're being asked to just to go with the flow. Allow yourself to be divinely guided. Allow these blessings to flow into your life. Allow success to come to you because you are worthy and deserving of it. We have the Four of Earth. Yeah, I feel like there may be a little bit of blockage and trying to maybe control the outcome or control the way that you are maybe seen or the way that success is allowed to come into your life. Perhaps you are trying to, dictate what it needs to look like, what success should look like. And I feel like Spirit is wanting you to just tap into your flow and allow it to flow in whatever way it's meant to be there. Trust and know that success is meant to be yours in all different aspects, in so many different ways. And sometimes we can even limit ourselves and block ourselves off from receiving that success. And you deserve to thrive. You deserve to be successful and abundant and happy and healthy. Two of Air. We have indecision, avoidance, and confusion. Yeah, I feel like you've been afraid to shine your light, afraid to step into your kingdom, into your ability to thrive, into your success. Yeah, look at that. We have the Ten of Water. This is the happy ending here. Family, love, blessings. You're afraid to be successful because maybe others made you feel like you don't deserve it in some way, or perhaps you feel like you're going to leave somebody behind, or that you're not allowed to have success, that you haven't earned it and deserved it. And you do. And you have to trust yourself because you've made the right choice. And it's time for you to stand strong and to trust yourself. Trust that you're going to be guided to these blessings, and open and receive and allow them to come in for you. We have the Two of Fire, planning and partnering and progress. Yeah, there's forward movement. Okay, great. So you may have been indecisive, may have been unsure if this was right for you or if you deserved it or not. And we have the Two of Fire coming out after the Two of Air, and it says progress. So there is going to be this forward movement in your life. There's this passion, this dream that you have that you deserve, and I feel like it is with your partner. You deserve to have a happy life. You deserve to have this shared success and to share your success. So there's big shifts and changes coming in for you. And I feel like through this reading, you're going to see how you've been holding yourself back and blocking yourself from receiving the success that's meant to be yours. There's going to be some kind of awakening, and you need to make the choice, the conscious choice, to choose happiness, to choose, abundance, to choose success and say it's mine and I deserve it, and I'm not going to let anything hold me back anymore. I'm not going to let anybody else's approval or thoughts or criticisms or projections prevent me from having my happy ending, from living my happy life. Stop holding yourself back. All right, we have rise above problems. Okay, yes. Rise above the naysayers. You know your worth and you know your value. You know everything that you have done, all the effort that you put in, all the work, how big your heart is, how loving and caring you are, how deserving you are. You need to see this. You need to believe this. Believe in yourself. We have parenting and children. Ooh, okay. So maybe some of you want that relationship, because I'm having relationship come out with these 3 cards here. Some of you want that partner, and you want love. You want a happy family, and you deserve it. You are loving, you are kind, you are deserving of it. Create that for yourself. This is the wish coming true here. Use your intentions to focus on what it is you want to create. Focus on your blessings coming in. Everything that you have deserved, everything that you have created, everything that you're worthy of. You need to focus on that and believe in that. Believe that you can have this happy ending here. This 10 of water, which is 10 of cups. This is like wish fulfillment, happy endings, true love, family, blessings, abundance, support, security. And your final card is self-love. I love that we have that with the rose quartz. I am worthy of love. Focus your attention on loving and believing in yourself. You are being encouraged by the angels to make your relationship with yourself your #1 priority. Rather than dwell upon your shortcomings, you must accept and embrace who you are. And I love that. I feel like this has been what's holding you back, is knowing your worth and loving yourself and accepting yourself, accepting your blessings, accepting your own love, loving yourself, and believing in yourself that you can achieve this happy ending, pile #1. All right, you guys, these are your messages from your higher self to love yourself, know you're worthy and deserving of this happy ending here, okay? Trust and thrive. You deserve to be successful. You deserve to have love. You deserve to have all the good things. Be fearless, stand strong, stand up for yourself, allow these blessings to flow into your life. Make the conscious choice to be happy and ground in your happy ending, okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Please like and subscribe. If you feel like sharing your story, I'd love to hear from you and connect to you guys. Or just let me know that pile #1 resonated with you. I'd love to have you back for future readings too. See y'all later. Have a blessed day and take care. Welcome to your reading, pile number 2. So you guys were drawn to the Labradorite crystal. And let's reveal your card. You have desire. Okay, so there is something that you're wanting to create, and it requires you to invest your time, your energy, your effort, your focus, your determination, being able to see and follow it through so that it can reach that full potential, that full bloom. So what is it that you're desiring? And your higher self wants you to know that you must be committed and you must be dedicated to applying that effort, to manifesting this desire. Because we have the ram. This is about determination and the hard work and the discipline. And we have the hawk, having the vision, being able to see it through to the end and completion, to watch it bloom with the lotus here. That hard work and determination. Okay, let's see what your higher self wants you to know. Pile number 2. Let's get some more information. Your pile number 2. Pile number 2, please. Ooh, I see this card. Messages from the higher self, pile number 2. This one and this one. Messages from a pile number 2. I'll take that card there. Oh, this card. Where did it go? Oh, it is. Okay. Let's get one more of those, because we had so many fly out. Messages from the higher self, pile number 1. Let's get a couple tarot. Pile number 2. So this one, these 2. Does the higher self of pile number 2 want them to know? What are their messages? This one, okay. One more. Thank you. Thank you. And one final card to close out your reading. I love these messages from these angels here. Higher self, pile number 2. What do they need to know? Here we go. Alright, you guys. Let's see what your higher self wants you to know about this desire you have. We have sensuality. Your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. This is 21. This is card number 3. Expansion, connection, connecting the dots here, following your passion. We have strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I, and power. I love that. Okay, so pretty much what your higher self wants you to know, that if this is something that you truly desire, something you really want, it requires you to be strong, to be committed, to be dedicated, to put the effort in, to be stable, to have the endurance to build up your strength over time, you know, and to trust and have faith that this beautiful blessing, this desire is going to flow your direction. And make sure that, because it's something that it comes from your heart, it's something that makes you feel connected, it brings you pleasure, it makes you feel free, We have healing. Candle flame, burn this hour. Bring to me your healing power. So there may be some healing that needs to occur within. There may be a seed of doubt that you have about your stamina or about your conviction here. And I feel like you're being asked to hold your focus, to be steady, to be determined, to keep pushing and creating, and not to give up. And we have card number 7 and an 11. This is, a spiritual creation here, spiritual awakening, trusting in the higher powers that be, trusting in yourself, trusting in your vision. You have elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Yeah, there's something in the past that needs your healing. And it could be that seed, a little seed of doubt that needs your attention and needs your love. We have the druid, hold the space. Nice, yes. Hold sacred space for yourself. Hold sacred space for this vision, this creation, this desire that you have. Trust that it is growing and that it is growing. Even if you can't see the seed, it is growing behind the scenes here. You have to hold your faith. Hold the vision. Be determined to bring this to fruition. Okay? What else does your higher self want you to know? We have the high priest, intend and create. Nice. I love it. That's right. And we have the hawk coming through again. So hold your focus. See the outcome. See yourself, whatever it is creating, whatever you're creating, whatever this desire is, see yourself living as if it's already manifested, as if that's already who you are, and ground it into your reality. Because the more that you hold this vision within and you hold that energy of existing as that individual or living in the reality that you're trying to create, and it's kind of like where you activate your inner child here and you live from the space of your imagination, where you, when we were younger and we used to pretend that we were animals and we would run around and, act like that animal, and we'd pretend that we'd have the body parts, we would make the noises and the sounds and everything. We would act as if, and we would become it in our minds and in our hearts, because nobody could tell us we weren't it. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when I was young, I used to pretend I was a unicorn. And I would run around and I'd use my third eye and I'd pretend I'd have a horn, and I would create like a shield around me, and, I could teleport and transport and do all those kinds of things. And in my mind, I was. And I remember I used to run and gallop on all four appendages, And I imagine it looked hilarious to adults, but I mean, to us, it's real. And that's where you need to get to, is get into that phase, into that place where it's real and you are. And the more you can hold on to that space and hold on to that vision, the more you bring that reality into existence. You become that frequency, that vibrational match to that timeline, to that reality. So you have to hold your focus, hold that desire and that intent, and hold it close to you. We have the Ace of Earth, abundance of opportunities and resources. Yes, look at that. And look, I love it. This is a new beginning. This is something that you're trying to ground into reality, and it's holding that focus. Because it's an abundance of support, an abundance of strength, and that's what you need to hold on to. And knowing that the resources for this, whatever this intent and desire is, are steadily available for you. And act on opportunities as they present themselves, and utilize any resources that you have. And it's focusing on what you have in the present moment, utilizing what you have in the present moment. That's going to help you achieve the ultimate outcome here. We have the Three of Water. Yay! Celebration, community, and friendships. Yeah. Utilize your, if this is your desire to have a supportive community or having, friendships, there may be some like-minded individuals who are in your life that can help you to create, or there may be an opportunity that comes through your community to help you support this desire, this manifestation. Yeah, there's this, it's like cheers, it's celebration. Celebrate your hard work. Celebrate, I feel like this is what you want to bring in, is this energy of celebration, of abundance, of happiness, of resources and opportunities. And that's what you want to create in your life, right? Support and love, happiness. You have the Knight of Fire. Look at that. Confident, passionate, adventurous. Be confident in yourself. This is a fast-moving energy. So celebrations are wanting to come in. Abundance is wanting to come in. This could be perhaps what you're wanting to manifest. Hold on to your passionate energy. Go after these opportunities. Go after your desire. What is it that you're trying to create, and go after it. Your higher self wants you to go the distance. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay, let's see what else. We have the Empress. Yes, creation, abundance, and action. See, I feel this abundance that's coming through. There's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of creativity, and you're being asked to take action on this inspiration, on this desire. Work on that inner child. You have 3 and 3 here. So 33, the master teacher number. This is a high level of consciousness, spiritual understanding, your higher self coming through here. Yeah, there's something, definitely, whatever this is that your desire, that it's very blessed, it's going to be very fruitful, it's going to bring in that success and that abundance, and that could be the life that you're wanting to intend and what you're holding space for, We have self-reliance, nice, and we have environmental awareness. Look, and I feel like, is that another hawk? I'm not sure what this bird is here. It could be an eagle, and that could be just being aware of the company that you keep. Be aware of your thoughts and your intentions. Be aware of your feelings. Is there things that need to be let go of, or patterns that need to be healed, and so that you can create new awareness, new opportunities for yourself. Hold your focus, hold this desire. If it's something worth your attention and your focus, it requires you to depend on yourself to get this done, to manifest this for yourself, not to rely on others to make you happy, not to rely on others to create joy for yourself and to bring whatever this manifestation into fruition. It is up to you to do that. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to when the opportunities present themselves. Pay attention to the resources that are being offered to you through your higher self. There's some forward movement. Things are definitely moving along. So this desire, this intention that you're creating, it is coming in for you. You will be celebrating in the near future. All right, your final card is self-care. I love taking the time to understand my needs. The angels want you to remember that although dedication and hard work are crucial, you also need to pace yourself. Otherwise, you could stretch yourself too thin and burn out. That would be bad for your pursuit. Ooh, nice. Okay, so make sure, while you're creating and you're visualizing and you're putting that energy out there, make sure that you're taking time out to be open to receiving. So take that time to rest, to reflect, to be open to more insight, more direction from your higher self guiding you. Let's pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. Pay attention to the energy levels. Pay attention to your environment. And that means if there's signs around you, they're guiding you to the next steps to take on the path so that you can invest and create this intended desire for yourself, okay? All right, you guys, those are your messages from your higher self. Thank you all so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if this reading resonated with you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you feel like sharing. It would be nice to connect to you all. If not, just let me know that pile number 2 is your reading. I'm sending y'all so much love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 3. You guys were drawn to the Carnelian. Let's see your card. You have integrity. Ooh, I'm going to have to cover her up. Okay, let's try the star here. Okay, so integrity. I feel like your higher self wants you to know, to not be afraid to shine your light, to share your truth, to have integrity in all that you do, you know. And this is about like bearing your soul, staying true to your moral compass, to your values, and not backing down, to be fearless in your integrity, in your moral compass, you know. And this is about in your craft and all interactions with individuals and the relationship with yourself, knowing your truth, your wisdom. You know, we have this, I think that's a cheetah here. Yeah, it's about being fearless, you know, not letting fear hold you back in any kind of way, and having that sense of integrity in all that you do. Let's get some more information. Can we please receive some more information from the higher self, pile number 3, about this integrity that they're being asked to have in all of their interactions and all of their creations? Not backing down. Yeah, it's having those healthy standards for yourself. Pile number 3. Messages from the higher self of pile number 3. This one, oh, and this one. Okay, let's get a little bit of the tarot. Messages from this group right here. Messages from the higher self, pile number 3, please. Okay. And let's get a final card. These will be your final messages from your higher self. Pile number 3. Messages from the higher self, pile number 3, please. This one here. Oh, okay, we got 3 for you. Alright, you guys, let's see about this integrity you're being asked to have. We have safe home. I cast the circle round about. Safety now is beyond doubt. Okay, what I feel coming through here is about having respect for yourself, having respect for your body, having healthier choices in relationships and what you choose to allow in your environment, into your sacred space, into your body, into your life in general, and being able to tune into your wisdom and setting healthy standards for yourself. Pile number 3. So we have 39 here. This 12 is essentially a 3, so 33 I just heard, because you are pile number 3. This is a master teacher number coming through here, and about having a spiritual understanding, a higher level of awareness and understanding. There's some blessings, some knowledge, some healing to the emotional body coming through for you here. Okay, we have 23, romance. I knew it. Romance is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. I feel like some of you have been tolerating relationships with individuals that are, I want to say beneath you, but they are, you know, disempowering. They drain your energy. They don't elevate you. You don't really elevate one another. It's kind of, I feel like a little bit of a toxicity, a little bit, you know, where I feel like you don't know your worth and you don't know your value, and so you settle for less than your worth. And I want you to know there is no judgment, because all of us, anybody who's experienced trauma and heartache when we're young, you know, we're seeking for somebody to love us through and through, and to validate us, to give us approval. You know, sometimes we can be a little codependent because we're looking outside of ourselves for the love that we felt like we were lacking. And truly, your higher self wants you to know that the love you're seeking is your own love. It is you having to set a healthy standard for what you value as love. What does true love look for you? What does it feel like? Because you've gone through experiences that didn't make you feel safe, that don't feel like true love. It feels like maybe they may have been using you in the past, or maybe you have been you know, utilizing your sensual energies in a way that's not been to your highest level of love. You know, perhaps it's been very you know, lower vibrational, very, you know, because like when females use sensual energy in a negative way, we can be very manipulative. We can use our bodies to get attention, to seduce them, because we want them, you know, to be in our lives. But if it's coming from a place where, you know, it's only this, you know, a relationship that's in the bedroom, so to say, I gotta watch what I say here on YouTube, it's not going to be the love that you're looking for. You know, you want solid commitment, solid foundations, and if it's not based on something that comes from a place of integrity and value and true love, you know, loving somebody as they are versus loving somebody how they look, it's not going to be that high vibrational love that you're looking for. So I feel like your higher self wants you to stop settling for breadcrumbs and start setting a healthier standard for yourself of what true love looks like, what romance looks like, what because when we you know the three-letter word I'm talking about, that energy is very healing, okay? And if it's used in a lower vibrational way, you know, that can come from childhood and feeling, you know, like not seen, not validated, and not loved. And so we're seeking love. That energy used in the higher vibrational energy is the Kundalini energy, is sacred energy, it's healing energy, nurturing energy, and it could be very transformative. So I feel like you're being asked by your higher self to use this energy to create a safe space, to create healing in your temple, to make your body a temple that only those who are worthy are allowed to enter, okay? This is a sacred space, and creating that sacred space within. We have harvest. As the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. Beautiful. Yeah, you deserve to receive that love that you're searching for. But the love should come from within first. You should see your value. You should see your worth. You should know you're worthy, that you are lovable. And if you don't, that's where the healing needs to come in, the healing to the emotional body. And that's why the shaman came through here. Trust in higher forces. I feel like this is you, the healing energy that can come from that Kundalini energy that you have. The sensual energy that is yours has a healing quality to it. And you should use it to bring this healing to yourself. It is time for healing. It's time for change. Yeah, this is your wake-up call. Your higher self is trying to awaken you to what you deserve. We have the water guardian, connect to your emotions. Yes, this is what needs healing. It's the emotional body, to heal those wounds of lack, the lack of love, the lack of worthiness, the lack of deserving. We have the High Priest, intend and create. Yes, this is about seeing things from a higher perspective and understanding what it is that you want and need from a relationship, and then create that in the relationship that you have with yourself. If you want somebody to respect you, respect yourself, respect your boundaries, respect your body, respect your heart, respect your integrity. If you're intending to create love, have love for yourself, self-love. I love myself. I forgive myself. I understand my needs. Get to understand what it is that you're searching for. Why do you feel like you don't have it? Why do you feel like you don't deserve it? Where do the emotions come from? What is the source of the emotion? And bring that healing, understanding, validation to yourself, to your inner child, so that you can set yourself free from these limiting thoughts, from these limiting relationships that keep you in a pattern of repetitive lower vibration that is not worth your energy, not worth your love. It's setting those higher standards for yourself. We have the King of Water, compassion, understanding, and trustworthy. And seeing this is the love that you seek is the love that you need to give yourself. Have understanding for yourself. Understand your needs. Be compassionate about what you've been through, what you've overcome, the feelings that need healing. And learn to trust those feelings. Trust what your intuition, what your gut is telling you, because it's giving you warnings. And I feel like you've been ignoring the red flags, and you've just been settling for less than you deserve because of this pain that you hold. We have the Two of Fire. Yeah, this is about making progress, creating change and shift. Visualizing what it is that you want to create, the life that you want, the partner that you want, and moving forward, My goodness, we have the Four of Earth, frugalness, extravagance, and control. I feel like, you're afraid to let go of control, afraid to allow your emotions to flow, afraid that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy enough, and I feel like you've been holding yourself back out of fear that you're not good enough, fear that you don't deserve something, that you don't deserve this love. And here's the thing, you need to sit on your throne and be a little bit more choosy about who is deserving of your love, and it's having that higher standard than what you've been having about who's allowed to come to you, who's allowed to step forward and receive, your love, your wisdom, your light, your body, all of those. We have the Ten of Water, family, love, and blessings. Yeah, this is the happy ending. This is what you want. This is what you want to intend and create. You want this family. You want support. You want to create a legacy of love. These are the blessings that are waiting for you. And that's why it's so imperative that you connect and go within and understand yourself a little better, understand your needs and your desires and the types of relationships that you want, and holding out until you get them. Don't just believe what you see, what you hear, you know what I mean? There has to be this courting period where you get to know an individual, where you take time out. You don't just, rush out and make full-on commitments with individuals based on their charming good looks or the words that they say, how they can use their words to manipulate you and tell you the kind of person that they are. And, let their actions speak for themselves. You know, there should be this grace period where you date one another and you get to know each other, and you watch how they move through life and how they handle conflict. How do they handle success? How do they handle struggle? All those kinds of things. And be more observant, all right? We have inner child. Yeah, this is what needs healing. Is there's a part of you that may have felt abandoned or alone, and so you're just willing to settle for anybody not to feel alone, you know. And here's the thing, people take advantage of that, and people will walk all over that because you're so willing, you're so giving, and you're being asked to pull back and not be so giving, and to focus on healing yourself and giving the love that you give to others. Give it to yourself. Start filling your own cup and understanding, you know, your emotional body a little bit more, understanding your emotional needs a little bit more, okay? We have sexuality. Okay, this is what I felt. This is that Kundalini energy, you know, that healing energy. You have it within you to heal this emotional body. And what can happen sometimes is our Kundalini, this is our fire, our ability to create. It is the divine feminine energy. It can get stuck in the lower chakras and the base chakras, and these are the lower frequencies. You know, it's kind of very like primitive. It's like mating just for the sake of mating, out of lust and ego and greed. You know, it's very low vibrational. It's not coming from the heart space, and that's where you want to raise the energy up. Is coming into your heart space and acknowledging your true needs, your true desires, and having integrity for those needs and those desires, and not settling for less than you deserve. All right, these are your final messages here. We have rebirth. I'm in constant bloom. I am refreshed, rejuvenated, and reborn. You have entered a period of spiritual awakening and rebirth, where you have the opportunity to align with your higher self and the overarching principles that guide you. The angels say to be prepared to be the best you can be. I love that. You're going to be going through a rebirth here. It's time for you to receive everything that you're worthy of. So there's a lot of healing coming in for you. We have commitment. My thoughts, action, and words and deeds support my commitment. The angels ask you to elevate your commitments to others carefully as you enter this new phase. Get rid of anything that weighs you down, that weighs down your spirit. This could mean leaving draining jobs, commitments, or habits behind. And seeing this is making a commitment to your rebirth, to choosing yourself, to having higher standards for who's allowed to be in your life. Because this is what you want ultimately. You want this family. You want true love. You want a foundation of happiness that's built on happiness and true love, right? It's your happy ending. So make that commitment to yourself. If that means you have to make that choice to leave behind some old relationships, do so, okay? You deserve it. You are worthy enough. We have obstacles. Obstacles are now falling away easily. The angels remind you that you are highly capable. You are a highly capable person, and there is nothing that you can't overcome or achieve when you set your mind to it. The obstacles you have faced are lessons which have taught you about your own strength and resilience. I love it. Obstacles are falling away. Allow yourself to surrender to the path moving forward. Believe in yourself. Know that you can do it. These relationships were teaching you what to look for in a relationship. What does true love look like based on what you've been through before, because you know now what it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like this. It doesn't feel like this. This doesn't feel like true love. This doesn't feel like, support. It doesn't feel like true love, and that's what you're looking for. So now you've been through these other relationships, these other experiences, and they've taught you lessons, mainly more about yourself, but also about relationships with other people. And you know what to look for now. Don't ignore those red flags. Listen to your gut. Listen to your emotions and how they make you feel. okay? Watch their actions and how they move. Don't listen to just the words. And yes, we should be attracted to the person that we want to be with, but looks aren't everything, okay? All right, you guys, I'm sending you all so much love. These were your readings from your higher self. If this reading resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for helping me grow my channel. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments and connect with you guys. If you don't know what to say, just let me know pile number 3 resonated with you. Sending y'all lots of love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.